Hello everyone, I am Bradley Sward and this is my solution, day 8 of the 2025 Advent of Code festivities. This video solves both parts, part 1 and part 2. The problem is called Playground. I'm doing this in Python, and there was an edge case in this one that threw me off for a little bit, but we figured it out. So here's my code. Here is the problem. Basically, let's just look at it from the standpoint of this. We have a bunch of points in three-dimensional space that we're trying to connect. I'm tired and all, but I'm fairly certain we're doing a minimal spanning graph here. And that's all we're doing for these points in space. So for what we're doing here, what I figured out up front here is let's figure out the distances between all the different points just once up front, and let's get all their connections. So there's going to be 19 times plus 18 plus 17. There's what, 220 times 19, 190 different combinations of this can be between this one and this one, this one and that one, this one and that one. And the code here does all of that and sets it up as give me an index value, give me a 0, give me a 1, and then give me its distance. And I'm not square rooting it. You could do the square root of it, but that just wastes time, because if you don't do the square root of it for every one of them, well, then you're still doing the same operation. You're still getting the distance squared, right? So you're saving yourself a ton of time by not doing 190 or half a million square root. And then once I have all those values, then I'm sorting this whole list out by the distances. So I don't have to do the math over and over and over and over and over again. So in this case, then, when you get to this part, when you get to here, it's going to take a little while because it's got 1,000 times, it's got 490,000 or whatever different combinations it's trying to compute for us. It'll get there. This is the hardest part of the whole thing, is just getting through that part. And there it goes. And so then you can see that now this is sorted. This is index value 186 to index value 685, and the distance is the square distance is 1,240,776. But that's the best of all of them, right? And again, I'm using my real data, and I'm just talking about this in terms of the sample set they give us. But it's all set up for us in terms of the distances. So now it says, do what? It says do something 10 times over, at least for part 1 here. It says do something 10 times over for this code, but 1,000 times over for the data that we are given, and basically follow the rules of linking them together. And this is where the trickiness comes in. And it's just a little tricky because, of course, what am I trying to do here? Well, I'm saying, well, I know what the shortest distance is. I know what the index value between those two. And then we just go, well, are either one of those already in one of these junction boxes? Is it a junction box? The next two, no, junction boxes, connect. Sorry, just get the terms here. Yeah, so a circuit. Okay, so are either one of these two values in the circuit? And what happens is, if neither of them are in the circuit, well, you're going to create one. That's what this one is doing right here. You're like, well, if neither of them have been found in the circuit while we're working through this, we'll create one. Otherwise, if, in this case, then one of the two values has to be not a -1, so it has to be somewhere in there. But if the first one's a -1, that means that the other one is found somewhere, but this one isn't. So we're going to add this one into the other. And then if the B index is equal to -1, that means that whatever the A index, we found that one. So we're going to add the other one into there. So, but this was the tricky one. This is the one that threw me off the longest. Part two took almost no time at all once you had part 1 done. At least for most people, it looks like I'm included there. It's just saying that what would happen if you found one of the indexes in one of the boxes and one in the other already, and that's where we have to merge the two together. And that's the tricky part that isn't really accounted for in the test data. But that's the thing that throws everything off. Once I went through and I kind of did everything by hand for the test example, and I saw that. I mean, it's there, but it's not, but it was kind of tricky to figure out. You're like, well, we need to merge the two boxes into one, and that's what this code does. But once you do that, once you do that and you just do this, in this case, 1,000 times over, it takes almost no time at all because all the math has been done for us. And there it goes. So then my solution is 84,968, like we see down below for part 1. So now for part 2, let's just finish it. Just say it went pretty fast there. There's my number, but it ends in 782, ends in 782. And so this one is actually, it's almost simpler. It's weird how that works out. The only difference here is, instead of doing something 1,000 times or 100,000 times or whatever, we're doing the same stuff here, but we're doing this over and over and over and over and over again until the number of the code is identical, until the number of boxes is 1 and the length of the number of elements in that box, that one and only box, is equal to the number of data points. And when you do that, then you just multiply the two x values together, and you saw that I get. So, and then in this case here, I don't need to recalculate the index values and all those distances because it's already done in part 1, and I didn't eliminate it while I was doing it. But that is my solution. I'm not sure if the tuple is needed at this point. I was working with data structures, sets, and all sorts of things earlier. And this is a set, right? Whatever, I'm tired. It's been a day. It's been a night. It's 1 in the morning. So that's my solution to day 8. If you know a better way, those of you who are watching, I'd love to hear it. I know I can probably simplify this a little bit, but it gets the job done. It's relatively, I guess, fast for what it is. These are getting a little harder just by looking here at how many people have done it. 4,000, 5,000 people have done it already. We'll see what it's like in the morning. But this one's a harder one. I would say this was a harder one. It took me long, it took me a while to get over. But looking forward to day 9, 4 days to go, 2/3 of the way through. 4 days to go here. So thanks for sticking with it as always. Hope you have a good one, and we'll see you in the next video.